Are you wondering what homeschooling looks like in middle and high school? Whether you have toddlers or teenagers, it's so important to have long-term vision for your child's education. Join Carole, JJ, and me on Saturday, June 6th for our Begin with the End in Mind webinar. You'll learn to carry out this approach through middle and high school and get a clear path for launching your children into adulthood. Visit our website at homeschoolmadesimple.net/seminars to register today for Begin with the End in Mind. Now let's get into the episode. You're listening to the Homeschool Made Simple podcast. This is a podcast to help you homeschool simply, inexpensively, and enjoyably. Carole Joy Seid has been helping families homeschool for several decades now through her literature-based approach to education. I'm excited for you to hear this interview with Chris and Anna Clont. Their story of coming into homeschooling and how they found community with other Homeschool Made Simple families is sure to encourage you. Before we jump into the episode, I want to tell you about a way to simplify math in your homeschool. Our friends at CTC Math have found a way to remove the tears and tension from learning math. Through concise and practical video lessons, Pat Murray helps kids understand math concepts and get lots of time to practice what they learn from grade-level math through algebra, geometry, and calculus. Check out their free trial at ctcmath.com or click the link in the show notes. Now let's get into the episode.
Welcome, friends. I'm here with my friends, Chris and Anna Clont. They are visiting from Colorado Springs, and I just thought I'd take the opportunity to let them tell about the story and the journey they've been on as they began homeschooling. So welcome, my friends.
Thank you, Carole.
And we've known each other about how long?
We met 2.5 years ago, probably, maybe 3.
Okay.
But I've been following your method longer than that. I think 2020 is when I first listened to your webinar.
And our first seminar, in-person seminar, I think was in 2021.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we've always made a point to come to your seminars in person. And it's been a wonderful way to meet other people that are also following this method and to just get encouraged in the season that we are in.
So how many seminars would you say you've been to?
4?
Yeah, I think 4.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Mm-hmm. Why do you keep coming back?
Several reasons. This is a really different way of living than what the culture teaches. And it is very encouraging and inspiring to keep on the journey. And to me, it recalibrates. Every year you may be, I don't know if veering off is the right word, but you just sort of drift. And
Yes.
this seminar is such a good way to recenter and refocus. And over the years, we've gone to the same seminar. We've gone to Dallas.
Yes.
And over the years, we have made friends and that also come every year. And that's been such an encouragement to see who's in the room. Has been a big encouragement to me too.
Yes.
And that was part of my research. The first time we came was, okay, who is drawn to this? Are these the kind of people that I want to shoulder up with and do this? And the quality of people in that room is just off the charts.
It really is. I know. You're right.
Yeah. And the last seminar in particular, when there was lunch offered on site,
Yes.
several parents sat in a big circle, probably, 6 or 8 couples. And the conversation was such a blessing. The wisdom that was shared, everyone has different experiences with their children but also many overlapping, it's the same struggle that presents in different ways. And everyone has different age children and their ability to share wisdom and what the Holy Spirit's been teaching them is such an encouragement.
And then you've really become close friends with 1 or 2 of the families and actually have vacationed together. Is that right? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like Anna said, it is such a different, this isn't just a way to educate your kids. It's a rhythm of life that is a good rhythm and that produces stronger families, not just smarter kids. And because it is different, being together with other families reinforces that this is good.
Yes.
And it allows you to learn from each other things that are special to the kids, to the family, to the rhythm. And I think really reinforces that it's not just educating our kids. This is committing to a rhythm of life that is going to make me a stronger dad, Anna a stronger mom, and our kids ready for the world that they're going to be going out into.
I love that.
And we've made friends with families that are ahead of us with their children and that are younger.
Kids that are older.
Kids that are older and kids that are younger.
Yes.
And that's been really special too.
Yes. And I love the way that when homeschool children get together, that there's no age. Like, well, you're third grade and I'm fourth grade, so we can't possibly be friends. Or you're a girl and I'm a boy. Or, there's none of that, is there?
There's none of that.
I know.
Just yesterday, they were swimming with the 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And a few days ago, they were with other Carole families that were,
Younger.
4 and 2 and
Yes.
6. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's a family model. Homeschooling, the whole thing is a family model. It's not grade and sexual delineation. It's we're all a family, and the older play with the younger, the stronger play with the weaker. There's just not those false divisions.
Yeah. That's been a really beautiful part of homeschooling.
Wow.
Yeah.
JJ Seid here with a word from our ministry partner, Crossway Books. I loved when Paul Tripp released his book, Do You Believe? 12 Historic Doctrines to Change Your Everyday Life. It came out back in 2021. And now, something that families will be particularly interested in, 12 Truths Every Teen Can Trust. Subtitle, Core Beliefs of the Christian Faith That Will Change Your Life. For those of you who don't know, Paul David Tripp is a trusted biblical counselor with many, many years of experience as an author, a speaker, and a counselor. My wife and I had the privilege of taking a graduate course with him many years ago that we benefited from greatly. And so I will commend this book to you, 12 Truths Every Teen Can Trust, a beautiful way to engage in catechesis with the students in your house, for whom you as parents are the chief disciple makers. You can pick up a copy of 12 Truths Every Teen Can Trust wherever books are sold, or visit crossway.org/truths for teens to learn how to get 30% off with a free Crossway Plus account.
So what led you guys to homeschool in the first place?
Iris, our oldest, was 3, and we live in Colorado Springs, and the typical culture there is when you're pregnant, you get on the waiting list for the charter school. And we didn't do that. I didn't know what we were going to do for school. But meeting Iris and getting to know her as she grew, I just could not picture her in a classroom. Sitting there for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, basically being talked at. I know that's not a flattering way to say it, but that's how I think of it.
And I can't picture Iris doing that either.
No. And honestly, I had never thought highly of homeschool. I grew up with very different kinds of homeschool families than what I would want to emulate.
Yes.
And so that wasn't really one of the options. But the closer we got to kindergarten, I just thought, I cannot see that as her best option. So started looking into homeschooling. I thought, if that's what we end up having to do, I want to be excited about it and have a vision for it and not just feel like we defaulted to it. It was
Great. Yeah, I like that.
So I read a book. I actually read The Call of the Wild and Free, which is a book that basically presents a very familial picture of homeschooling. And they lay out the 6 or 7 most common ways to homeschool. So it's sort of an introduction to homeschooling as a whole and very nature friendly.
Yay.
I know. So I read that and I just thought, this is beautiful. I've never thought of homeschool looking like this. I always thought of it as classroom at home, which is would not work with our family or me.
Yes.
And anyway, so I started latching on to the idea of good books. Charlotte Mason is all about good books, but then the problem I had there was you're having to find all the good books yourself. And I knew I would just be researching and researching for hours. What are the best books for this age and for the topic we're studying? There wasn't really a clear method that I could find, or there was no hand it to you, here's how you do it, that I could find. And so I found Chelsea Jacobs through Yellow House Story Shop on Instagram. I was on Instagram. And she had her bookshop on there, and she did a book sale one time of all of Carole Joy Seid's books. And I had done enough research to know these are all really unusual and very high quality books. It's not just your run-of-the-mill book list. Who is this woman? And so then I went to find you, and I found your podcast and listened to everything. And I kept waiting to find the one that was my deal breaker. I totally disagree. I can't do this. And I still haven't found it.
Oh boy, but you never know. We may be hanging by a thread here, Chris. I don't know.
But everything you said, I just resonated with so deeply, and it made so much sense to me. And as we started to incorporate these things, it fit so well with our family, who Chris is, who I am, who our kids are. And so I just, I searched out everything I could find that you had put out. And at the time it was COVID, so I was doing your online webinar.
Yes.
And then at our earliest opportunity, we came to the in-person seminar. And our kids were still young. Iris was 4, I think, when I first did your webinar.
Right.
And so I think the Lord just directed us to you at the perfect time. We didn't necessarily have to undo anything that we had already started. So that's how we came to homeschool. I just couldn't see my kids in a classroom.
Yeah.
And then here's the other interesting thing, if I may.
Yes.
I did my own secret research into how children were enjoying school.
Okay.
So all the kids I knew, I'd ask them, tell me about school. What are you enjoying about it? All different ages, probably from 4th grade up to
not homeschooled
No.
children. Okay, got it.
School. And I wanted to know, how do you like it? What are you learning? How do you like it? Every time, I'm not exaggerating, every single time it was, it's school. And I thought, okay, that was the answer. It's school. Like, obviously it's not great. Why are you asking me what I like? And I thought, I think I can at least get there. If that's where the bar is, I can at least get to
that.
Meh. It's school. So that gave me so much confidence too. Your method combined with meh as the other option was easy. We can do that. We can at least get there.
So, Chris, what was your perception while all this research and finding her way? What were you thinking? Have you lost your mind, or what were you thinking?
No, not at all. I think that we were very unified in that Iris, like seeing Iris go sit in a classroom was not going to be the best option for her. And so Anna started doing the research into homeschooling, and I think that she was a little disappointed that she really liked the idea of homeschooling at first.
Wasn't in your game plan.
It
No,
wasn't
I was
in
not
the
a
game plan,
homeschooler.
but I thought that it was a really great idea. And when she also came about this same time, as she started looking for great books, she came to me and said, I want to have great books, and they're very hard to find in the library. And I think we need to build a family library. And she had a great plan. And so we started doing that. And that's when, in finding Chelsea, getting connected to you and your book lists, it became a fun adventure to find these great books and start building our family library. And then, so I was bought in on that side, that this is obviously, if we have all these great books, these are great things to raise our kids with.
Yeah.
And then when I came to the first in-person seminar, I was one of the dads that was just fully bought in from the end of the day, to where, like you've said, if I probably could have turned to Anna and said, well, I don't know if you're as excited as I am, but this is what we're doing.
I love
Whether
it.
you like it or not.
I love it.
And
That's great.
and we've both been really unified and bought in ever since then. Continued building our library, continued to learn more about books, and we've become a very bookish family, and I'm really proud of that. It's changed, like that has changed my life. Having a family library has changed my life in ways that I didn't expect. In the quality of books that Anna and I read, the adventures that we go on as a family during the reading hour at the end of the day, all of those things are, I can see the amazing impact in formation of our kids in the 4 years that we've been living this way. And so, I don't know, at first along for the ride, and then right alongside, Anna in the driver's seat with making this happen.
And so you actually physically built a library in your house, which the first time that Anna and I ever consulted, she said, do you mind if I turn on FaceTime so that I can show you my library? I'm like, no, that's great. And I couldn't believe my eyes as she was giving me the tour of the library. It is really so joyful to me to see how sometimes my families pass me and, leave me in the dust. It's really, that just gives me joy. The other thing, Chris, that I think is really interesting is that you physically coming to a seminar was talk about that, because, we've always let fathers come with their wives for free. And that's very intentional, that we never want them to have any reason not to come. But so often, particularly when a wife comes to her first seminar, she rarely brings her husband. And then she spends the whole day going, oh, I wish my husband were here the whole time. So why was physically embodying your presence in that seminar, why was that so significant for you?
Well, I think for a couple of reasons. The looking around the room and seeing the other families, and like specifically the other dads that are in the room. Huge. And these are not, like, much like Anna, I grew up in a time when homeschooling was kind of nerdy, dorky people. Right. And
high water pants.
And looking around the room, these are families that want to raise kids to be the leaders of whatever is put in front of them, and that want excellent things for their families and for their kids. And that's really apparent in talking with people and even just observing people at your seminars. And so that was my first impression. And then so much of what you talk about, the research that has gone into this method is not just because this is a fun way to raise your family.
Right.
This is objectively what is healthiest for your children, based on tons and tons of research and against common misconceptions that society around us, this early childhood development push. And it just, so the research and the logical approach that you present resonated with me, and I think resonates with a lot of dads. And then when JJ gets up and talks about the practicals of this is how you do this, and this is the outcome that you can expect when you do this, all of those things together, I think, made it so that, like, I can't imagine there being a better option for our family. And so by the end of day one of the first seminar, I was there. I was like, this is there. It can't be done any better than this.
You were in.
I was in. And then connecting with other families from, like you said, from around the country, that we have developed really amazing, like, familial level relationships with.
Right.
And spent time in their home. They've spent time in our home. We've met up in other places. And,
invitations to homes that we have yet to visit.
Right. And so then that creates a bond that is hard to replicate in a local environment where there aren't a lot of people living this way. And even though there's a lot of homeschool families in Colorado Springs where we live, there's as much a difference between what we're doing and some curriculum-based school in the home method as there is between us and a private school. Like, that's the same difference. And so having a support group of people who are living the same way that we are, that we can connect with and talk through different things has been really, really wonderful.
You've been listening to the Homeschool Made Simple podcast. If you like what you heard in this episode, please leave a rating and review on Apple Podcast or Spotify, or share this episode with a friend. It means so much when you help us spread the message of Homeschool Made Simple with others. Thanks for joining us this week on the Homeschool Made Simple podcast. Remember, Jesus' commandments are not burdensome. What he calls you to do, he will enable you to do. Blessings.